Weekend mornings are safer. My 13-year-old son wrote that in a notebook that his teacher found today. I'm sitting here at the kitchen table. Coffee's cold. Hand won't stop shaking. She called me at 2:30. Mrs. Henderson, Dylan's homeroom teacher, said, "Mr. Patterson, I'm not calling about grades." Patterson, not Dylan's dad, like I'm just a name in the system. And I knew, right then, this was important. It was just a regular Tuesday. I was at work, doing the usual spreadsheet stuff. Phone buzzes, school number. Never good news. She starts with, "I'm not calling about grades, and it's not about behavior," which is worse, you know. I'm thinking, fight? Drugs? Did he break something? She tells me Dylan left his notebook in class. She was going to put it in his locker, but there was no name on it. So she opened it, and then she stops talking. Silence. My chest gets tight. "Mr. Patterson, these aren't class notes. It's writing," she says. "Short phrases, observations, like he's documenting something." She's being careful now. She asks if I knew he's been keeping these kinds of notes. I don't. How would I? Last time I saw Dylan was, 6 weeks ago? Maybe 8. According to Mrs. Henderson, they're not like regular journal entries. They read like guidelines, rules he's made for himself. Guidelines for what? I ask. And that's when she starts giving me examples. Her voice gets quieter. Things like, "When it's quiet at home, the day went well," and "better not to explain," and "better not to draw attention." I'm listening, and I'm thinking these don't sound like a 13-year-old wrote them. They sound calculated, careful. No names in the notebook, no specific events, just patterns, stuff he figured out. If I'm in my room by 7, no one asks questions, or weekend mornings are safer. Safer. That word just hangs there. Weekend mornings, when things are peaceful, when everyone's still waking up. Mrs. Henderson tells me she showed it to the school counselor. She's careful now, real careful. "Mr. Patterson, I'm not making accusations, but I need to ask, do you know what Dylan's home situation is like?" And that's the thing. I don't. Not really. I know what Dylan says on our calls. When we have calls. "I'm fine, Dad." "Yeah. School's good." "No. Nothing's wrong." Short answers. Getting shorter. I thought he was just being a teenager. Pulling away. That's what they do, right? My hand's doing that thing again. Can't keep it steady. I press it flat on the table. I wasn't there. That's the truth of it. After the divorce, I told myself I was giving him space, being the easy parent, not making waves. The schedule got complicated. Weekends turned into every other weekend, then once a month, then whenever it worked out. I convinced myself it was better this way. Less disruption for him, less conflict. But really, I was protecting myself from the arguments, from feeling like I was failing, from seeing that look in his eyes when I'd have to leave again. So I called less, visited less, let the distance grow. She's quiet for a second. Then, "Mr. Patterson, there's one more entry. The last thing he wrote." Something cold slides down my spine. She reads it slowly, word for word. "It's better if you don't make mistakes. Mistakes mean questions. Questions mean more talking. More talking means more chances to mess up. No punctuation mistakes. No kid spelling errors. He's 13. And he's living like he's walking on eggshells in his own house, and I wasn't there to see it. Mrs. Henderson says she wants me to come in. Thursday morning. Both parents. The school counselor will be there. Maybe Dylan, if he's comfortable. She's professional about it, but I can hear what she's not saying. "We're worried. This isn't normal. Where have you been?" I told her I'd be there. I hung up, and I've just been sitting here. Dylan's 20 minutes away. Can't reach him from here. Probably in his room right now. Door closed. Following his rules. I should call him, right now, but what am I going to say? "Hey buddy, your teacher called. Want to talk about the notebook?" And he'll say, "I'm fine, Dad," because that's what he always says, because I taught him that was enough. How many times has he said it? How many times did I just accept it? Didn't push, didn't ask twice. Told myself I was respecting his space, when really, I was just avoiding the hard conversation. I messed up. I knew something was off. I'd known for months. Every short answer, every canceled visit he didn't argue about, every "I'm fine, Dad." I knew. And I did nothing. And now my kid's writing survival strategies for getting through his days, and I wasn't paying attention. No, Thursday's too far away. I'm calling my lawyer, and then I'm calling Dylan. Not to ask if he's fine. To tell him I'm sorry, and that I'm coming back. He's been waiting long enough.